Alright, welcome to another day of Ether Raids. This one is gonna be a pretty easy day. This is, yeah, I feel bad. Feels bad for this guy because he hasn't really, he's probably like a new player or something. First time in the vault, I guess. So basically, probably just gonna throw Brave Edelgard at this, and that'll be that. Not much commentary here, so sit back and watch, I guess. I've been thinking about catching up on Berserk. I know that they just put like a couple of episodes out for the manga, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of waiting for them to animate it. I'm so mad. I'm so mad that the last bit that they animated, the animation for the last bit was just so trash. The one that came out before the Golden Arc one that they did. The Golden Arc animation, the last one that they did, was really good. I was hoping that they would do... Maybe they should just redo like the whole thing in that animation style, because that animation style that they did for the Golden Arc was so good. Like, if you haven't like watched Berserk or read Berserk,
we'll carve a path.
I'd recommend that you probably start... I'll start with it. It gives away so much. Sadly, I'd have to recommend that you start with the bad bit. But the bad bit is the one that came out in 2017, Berserk. It's so bad. The animation is just horrible. But if you start from the Golden Arc and then go to the part that came out in 2017, you won't really understand what's going on in the story. It's better to go... The story starts from... The Golden Arc is basically a flashback. It's an entire season of a flashback that shows you what took place before. So if you start there, then you won't understand what went on before. Sometimes bad animation really just lets down an anime, and there was really no reason for the animation to be so bad, because in 2017 you had things like One Punch Man, if I'm not mistaken. One Piece was still going on. I don't know, maybe it's because he just didn't get the right animation studios, I guess, but I mean, there was room for them to do a lot more with what they put out. It just wasn't very good. Like, I was watching like the first couple episodes, and I was like, why is this so hard to look at? This is horrible. But the story was really good. So I was like, all right, let's just sit through this and keep going. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe the animation will get better midway through the season, but it just didn't.
For all life on land.
Yeah, but yeah, it was really good. I'd probably recommend, if you don't like bad animation, just read the manga. The manga is so good.
Orders?
Definitely like before its time. Sad that the guy passed away who was writing the author. But it looks like he laid out the blueprint for them to be able to finish the manga. So it looks like that's what's going on. And they're getting like really close to the end from what I've been able to see in like some spoilers. So yeah, I'm considering like catching up, but I don't want to just yet. I hate ending on cliffhangers in anime and anything in general. I hate cliffhangers, especially like when you're watching the season to see. I love to binge things.
Yes. Orders?
So I'm definitely like a Netflix guy. Cliffhangers are just the worst. So it's like, especially if you're like watching something and it ends like, oh man, I can't wait till next season just to figure out if this guy dies or not. Is he really dead? Because you know they be ending on those ridiculous cliffhangers sometimes, and I hate those. I like when they wrap everything up in a season, and then the next season is just a whole new thing. But sometimes that's not good for the show. Yeah, but I'm really considering. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I start off, because I ended up where he had to fight Griffiths. I don't want to spoil it, but he had to fight Griffiths, and it was just a wash. Like, it wasn't even a contest. Like, what's going on right now? Like, I'm just throwing Edelgard out there, and I'm not even worried. Once Lythicia goes down, yeah, there's really nothing else left here. But yeah, Berserk, top tier anime, very, very good.
I'll cut my own path. I'll cut my own path. You can't stop me. No mercy.
Yeah, that's what I expected from Edelgard, just to slaughter everything. That was a complete wash.
Am I needed?
So we're just gonna get the pots, and that's basically it for this game.
A path.
Let's figure out how to get up here. I don't want to take too many turns. I'm just gonna maybe one more turn at least, and then we'll be done.
All according to plan.
In Fire Emblem news, I'm kind of disappointed with my defense this week. I mean, so far it's been like okay, not the best, but I feel like a lot of times I'm limited by whoever the defense mythic is bonus for the week is,
Stealthy,
which kind of sucks. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't want to lose like a billion lift if I lose, which. You know, if you want to build a really good defense, you can probably... If you build a really good defense, you can get away with whatever the defense mythic is for that week. But because every week I basically change my defense is like never the same. I change my defense pretty much every week, so... I'm gonna have weeks where it's just off, I guess. Which is acceptable for me, at least. As long as I'm staying in the vault, it's okay, I guess. Maybe maybe when I get bored, I'll just build one defense and then just commit to it. But I find that a good way to not get bored is to like build different defenses. It keeps the game interesting for me.
Upon your word.
And yeah, we're done here. I'm gonna take out Idun with Robin and move to the next one.
Ha!
GG's. Alright, so welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We got Dimitri Day today. Dimitri's pretty much just gonna sweep this. The biggest concern that I had here was Flash, which is why I couldn't use any of my other teams. Even the Lucia team, man, Lucia's just been so disappointing for me. I don't know if it's like maybe I need to put merges on her or what it is, but like she's just been super disappointing. So we're gonna just use Dimitri instead. I mean, I know I won't be able to counterattack, but as long as he's not dying, then hopefully everything will work out. And we have this really nice Innis here, well built. Even though I don't really know, because he already has, but I guess Whitecap Bow has the ability to hit 4 times. And that's good when you don't have a catcher ball, I guess. But he already has damage reduction in his weapon.
Yes,
and, if it were me, I'd probably just run a catcher ball. Maybe they don't have catcher, but if it were me, I'd probably just run a catcher ball. But I guess it gives you the ability to have 2 dancers. I don't know. And he's swapped up this kit for this Larashell. I get the Flash and the Miracle just to keep her alive, I guess. But again, if it were me, I'd just run the catcher ball. I think Larashell's weapon is actually like really good in itself. But the Flash is probably more consistent.
Is there a problem?
I don't know. It's just me, my personal opinion, I guess.
Today?
Good morning.
And they even fought. They foddered a whatever that unit, that dual release. It looks like to that Larashell, so a lot of investment went there.
All life on land.
Overall, this is actually a really decent defense. It's hard to initiate against.
Don't be careless.
Dancers, so that it's going to be pretty mobile. So this is actually a really good defense.
Yes.
Plus the even pulse die there to remove specials. Yeah, really nice defense, but
I see a way forward.
I would just have gone a different direction to make it more consistent, I guess. But this is still good nonetheless. But here we go with Dimitri.
Leave it to me. We'll carve a
This
path. Reporting for duty.
Ready. The glimmer of life. Now it's my turn. If this is war, so be it.
This battle is over.
Now it's my turn.
Wow, that is such a cool Erica. I can't believe she did that much damage to Dimitri. That's very impressive.
We will
well
not
done.
falter.
But yeah, we're gonna get Larshall off the map here. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with that. You can see I didn't mention it, but I was actually very strategic with the placement of Dimitri there. A lot of times with units or with defenses like this, how far up you go determines the range of who can attack. Because she was moving, how much? 3 spaces, her range was so high that unless this Erica died, which I knew she wasn't because she would get the null follow-up or the follow-up denial, and she has the damage reduction in her B skill, she wouldn't have died to the Dimitri, to my Dimitri at least, not in one combat. And I knew that Ines would rally, and I knew that one of the dances would go to wherever the 6th slot was, I forget. So I wasn't really worried about Flash hitting me unless Erica died, and I knew Erica wasn't going to die, so I knew that wouldn't be too much of a problem. And luckily she just came right in front of Dimitri, so it made it really easy to mop up there. Sometimes I do things like that, and I don't really fully explain it in terms of why I did that.
Am I needed?
But yeah, that's the reason why. It's little things that you pick up on the more that you play. Space movement is such a big deal in this game, and the better you are at reading where units are going to move, the better you'll be at this game. So this turn, Ines is going to attack, and Erica's going to come in again. Can't kill her because you just healed.
I will protect my people.
But we're going to chip her down a bunch. And then Ines is going to attack. The fact that Ines didn't go first there indicates that he's going to die, which is interesting. I thought that he'd do more damage to Dimitri, so I'm very surprised that he didn't go first. I was kind of concerned about what his damage output would be, but it looks like it's not going to be that much. Also, the gravity trap is being really, the tactics room is being really annoying.
Out of the way!
I was hoping I'd get a one-shot there, but that's really because I run slow and not 30. Okay. Again, this Erica's really cool, but I think she's gone now.
Protect my people.
That's because the second dance came out. If it was just the Trianja, she'd be fine. So we're gonna get this Ines off the map, and then from here, we're just gonna try to get the pots. And that's basically it. Again, yeah, the tactics room was really annoying. That's why I couldn't put any of my other units around or behind Dimitri. Bye-bye. And biggest threats off the map, and now we can just get the boss.
The glimmer of life.
So teams like these are like some of the ones that you should probably be worried about sometimes because they're so unconventional or just not meta. Like you look at it and you're like, oh, this is going to be easy, but defense building is a thing where I'd rather have units that, like, sometimes I run what's her name? Ursula. The Kidean Ursula. Sometimes I run that Kidean Ursula because people don't expect her to hit as hard as she does. So you really want to have something that's unexpected than something that's known. Which is what you get a lot of times with capture balls. You know that you're going to get hit 4 times if you mess up. If you do the positioning wrong, you're going to get hit 4 times and it's probably going to hurt. But defenses like this, you don't know that, or you might not know that Erica is going to be that tanky with the arcane Eleuthir. You probably wouldn't have expected it. And you probably just put a unit out there, expect them to just tank up the hits and take out Erica in one combat, and then all of a sudden she's just not dying, and you're like, alright, what's going on?
I see a way forward.
So yeah, you gotta look out for stuff like that. Things like these different types of defenses are things that sometimes I am a little bit concerned about, especially with that Innis. That Innis was really scary. Because I didn't expect him to do... I was expecting him to do bigger numbers, so 30 was manageable. But yeah, I was expecting him to do like 50 and just rock my Dimitri. But I was probably down to the fact that I had Robin here, and I had the double unity. So that had a big part to play. But yeah, we're basically done here. Dimitri
This battle is over.
proving once again that he's top dog. And yeah, we're just gonna tank out. I don't know, I'll probably have Dimitri do it, but maybe Robin will be able to take out the Amelia there, because that's actually really nice Amelia. I'm seeing a lot more of her because of the arcane weapons that have come out lately. But this is a really nice unit.
Don't be careless.
Alright, just gonna wrap this up and call it a day.
Where to today?
Death's caress.
I see a way forward.
Ha! For my friends! Greetings!
We will not falter.
GG's.